Mr. Buthelezi, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. How are you today?
Ngiyaphila bhuti wami ngezwa ku.
Ngezwa. Ready for my playoffs?
Ready ngayo yonke indlela.
Okay, no. Before we get to that, my brother, let's just get to know you. Who is Nyanga Buthelezi, and how did you get involved in football to a point where you are part of Manchester United that is participating in the SAFA UMgungundlovu Regional League?
Unyanga nickname kahle igama usifiso wakabuthelezi owaziwa ngonyanga ukhulele khona endaweni yaseMbali edlala ibhola endaweni yaseMbali emazingeni aphansi kakhulu kwi-Ajax yaseMbali waphinde wadlala kwi-NIF All Stars yaseMbali wayeseyeka ibhola esedlala eStenga Globe Stars wase ebuya ebonisa azothuthukisa abafana endaweni njengomdlali webhola.
Yini ekwenza ukuthi uthi hayi uyawabeka ethala manje amakhokho?
Ngase ngibona isikhathi sebhola ngenxa ukuthi sithema siqhubeka sidlala ibhola sisabiza ngoVodacom League ayisishaya kwase kuyilento yama under 23 umuntu wayeseqala eseshawa i-age wabona ukuthi no ngoba isikhathi sesiyahamba akufikekanga la befisa ukufika khona ake kadedela abanye mhlambe khona abangenza kangconywana.
And so how do you then get involved with Manchester United? How did it start? I-team nje futhi ihlangane ibe khona.
I-team siqale kahle 2016 ku November kune tournament kababa uBlade uNzimande wayenzile endaweni yaseMbali endumiso sahlangana nomunye umfowethu okuthiwa uSiyabonga wakamkhize usabelo wakambatha sasesiqoqa abafana sadlala i-tournament kwakuyisamba sa 10,000 sasesiwina sasesiqala ngaleyo mali ukuthi asesiqale i-team because sikwazi ukuqoqa abafana sakwazi ukudlala sidlala ku promotion league sasesithola i-promotion ngonyaka olandelayo.
So the first year you went into the promotional league, you won it.
Yeah, sadlala ya kusadliwa kuma decider saba position 2 sidliwa amabutho abedlala ngaphansi komsunduza sasesiqhubeka as number 2 sadlala nama team angaphandle ko Richmond Maqonqo eMkhambathini sasesifika lapho ke sibaqoba bonke emakhanda sasesibu number 1.
Nangena regional league.
Yep, sasesingena ku.
Okay. How was your first season manifika regional league?
I-first game yethu sayidlala eNqamalala against iNqamalala first 11 yayingekho nzima because sawina i-first game yethu sasisiba nethemba kodwa isizini ayisambelanga kahle ngoba sagcina sehlala ku position 12 sasesibona kodwa ngesizini elandela mhlambe kukhulu esisangabuya nako.
And then from there, how did from season to season, how did you improve?
Sizamile ukuqhubeka silwa siqoqa abafana bebaleka sazama season elandelayo sazama ukuba kwi top 8 saphinde season elandelayo saba kwi top 5 elandela leyo sibe number 2 ebekile siphuma kuyona and then kulena ke sasesike silwe sikwazi ukuthi nathi ngesisipini sethu sike sihlale phezulu njengoba sikwazile ukufeza lokho.
The team is based in Bali, like you say, and you've just mentioned sometimes some boys will run away, you will have to get other players. How difficult is it to put together a team of young boys in this day and age, knowing there are many other distractions or any other entertainment avenues that the boys can explore? How difficult is it to keep them together, to keep them focused in playing football?
One problem esibhekana nayo kunzima ukuba ne-team endaweni yaselokishini enabadlali abahlala ndawonye because bayabaleka abanye bathole sebehlele emakhoneni bengakwazi ukuza kwi-training uthola babhizi nama-drugs izinto esihlangabezana nazo ezinkinga kakhulu elokishini. Sike sabona ukuthi kungcono sivule izandla sikwazi ukuqoqa wonke umuntu because bakhona abadlali abaqhamuka from Snighting ngaphandle kwembali eWilo ngaphandle kwembali kube inodeli nempolweni ikona okusilekelele kakhulu kule season noma ngathiwa abasembali bawu5 aba right mhlambe labo abaqhamuka kwezinye indawo bazoba be fresh besikwazi ukuthi sibe ne team yabadlali abawu16 at least.
The team is called Manchester United. That's the name that is registered at SAFA.
Yes.
But earlier on when I told you mentioned that how that name came about. Can you just explain that to us?
Manchester bayazi ke abahlala abaningi basembali ukuthi team ekhona kodwa igama nje wabe sisedlelweni zokulishintsha sizibiza ngeISU ekuyimbali Stars United. Ilona igama esezohamba silisebenzisa because kwezinye indawo masisuke sidlala like ama tournament sike sizibize ngembali Stars United because sinawo ama-junior from under 11 to under 16 okuyiwona azibiza ngembali United adlala ngaphansi kwaMsunduza kwimbali screen.
So it's not just the senior team that plays the regional league, you've got other divisions as well.
Yes, sinawo under 11 udlala phansi kwembali, under 13, under 15, and then mase siba nayo edlala futhi ku Super League esisando kuyithatha ebekwe yasendaweni yase Westgate bese ngakalishintsha igama khona bese sisaqhubeka sisadlala Westgate because isizini yethu yesibili sikhona sisadlala kahle because nakhona usidlala ngalabo abasuka ku under 15 baye ku under 16, under 17 ukuze sikwazi kuba nama players ase ready for ukudlala SAP.
Running a football club is a very expensive exercise. It gets worse when you are running sort of like an academy because you've got a lot of divisions. How do you finance that, and how do you ensure that the clubs keeps running, you are able to fulfill your obligations to the leagues that you are affiliated to?
I-problem enkulu esibhekana nayo uma kuthiwa i-transport kuyodlalwa sike sicele kulaba abancane abazali basiphe ama-donation mase kuthi laba sebekhule kakhulu abadlala SAP promotion kuba ukuthi siyabhadanisa isikhathi esiningi-ke into esibhekana nayo inkinga ke kube i-transport ne-material kodwa ke madlala isikhathi esiningi besisebenzisa amaveni madlala eduze madlala mamakudanyane sikwazi ukuqasha ekhumbi kunabafethu esike sibacele ukuthi basilekelele ngama-donation.
Now you've just mentioned the difficulties financially.
Yes.
Now the team has won Stream B, SAFA UMgungundlovu Regional League. You are now going to playoffs, of which if you are successful, you'll then go to ABC Motsepe League. Now that ABC Motsepe League is a provincial league, and you might be required to travel from Mbali to Newcastle. So the costs are much bigger than what you are used to in the regional league. And you see, you are saying now that you're struggling with some costs. How do you plan to ensure that when you get to that level, you'll be able to sustain the team?
Kona sisenhlelweni zokuthi sincanca abanye abafowethu like sibaziyo kwamakhansela akhona embali nothi kwiwadi kuphela bakhona abafowethu abalapha kwi-ANC Youth League okoloba bakantshangase sike sabancenca abaku benoma sente ukuthi abeke balekelele kwi-Midlands Academy ngoba siyakwazi ukuthi sibaphakele abanye abadlali ukuthi abake balekelele ezintweni eziningi ukuze nathi masikwazi ukuthi sibe nento ekhona embali enzakalayo nabo bayasizakala ukuze kusizakale wonke umuntu waseMaritzburg not imbali kuphela.
Going back to the season, you like you said the previous season you were number 2, this season you won the stream, you are number 1. What is it that you did differently from last season in this season to ensure that you win the stream?
Into eshaye kakhulu last season besiphethe abantu abaningi asebethe ukukhula abangekho discipline kuyikona okushayile because number 1 kube Midlands Academy eyashiya ngo1 point yaqala lapho eprovince sasibona ukuthi asike sihlale phansi sizama ukuthi sinciphise abantu abadala sike sidlale ngama youngsters oyiwona asilekelele kakhulu ngoba besikwazi ukwathola noma nini maswadinga.
So this season you played 18 games and won 13. You drew 3 and only lost 2. So that is quite very impressive that the entire season you only lost 2 games, winning 13. How, in your view, besides addressing the issue of older players who are ill-disciplined, what are other things that you think were key in your season to ensure that you win the stream?
Into ebangela ukuthi mhlambe sikwazi ukudlala u13 games siwawine sasisidliwa emkhambathini. I-problem eshaya emkhambathini asibanga discipline kwisikhathi sibe late sangasithola isikhathi sokuwomapha sasedlala nomuntu ebesikhompyutha naye si-challenge naye okuyi-3 stars yakhona embali e1 senza ama-mistake amaningi nakhona sasesifaka amanye ama-players amaningi okwama-young stars lawo sisebenza ngawo ukuthi ayijwayele i-competition because bekusayi-first round. Ngicabanga ukuthi sithema sesibuya second round bese sino-plan B esesikwazi ukuthi wonke lama-team esigeje kona sizokwazi ukuthi sithole amaphuzu aphelele.
Now, in terms of, you mentioned the challenge regarding finances, but like we said, you had a good season, but I'm sure there were challenges throughout the season, some difficult moments that you had to address. In your view, what were those issues and how did you address them?
Inkinga ezibe khona esingabona ukuthi mhlambe singakwazi ukuthi masiqhubeka siba khona iproblem yokuqala ama-ground esiwasebenzisayo ayaba imbangela ngoba nathi elithu alikho esimeni sike sitshela masiyodlala mhlambe emkhambathini sizofica elingconywana and then kuba enye inkinga leyo lento esishayayo futhi sesiyayifila ipressure siphinde madlala mhlambe like ko-Wadi kwi-turf abanye abadlali bengayijwayelanga i-turf yenye inkinga esibhekana nayo ke kube ngcono madlala eduze kwedolobha because ama-ground amaningi awutshani iyona inkinga esibhekana nayo indawo yama-ground.
Now you've won your stream, you are going to the regional playoffs. I know iDlabantu is there, AC zasemafunze is there, iMaqonqo nabanye bayobanga kusasa. This weekend I think they'll be confirmed. How much do you know about these teams, and do you think what you know about them, and if you look at yourself as a team, do you think you'll be able to compete with them in the playoffs?
Mangizokhuluma nto oqala nge-Christian Aces yasemafunza ucoach Styles ngikhule ngaphansi kwesandla sakhe ngiyasazi isitayela sakhe sokudlala kube khona iDlabantu ucoach usibona sifunde sonke D-license ngiyamazi isitayela sakhe adlalaye iMaqonqo sike sahlangana nayo kuma playoffs lawa a promotion league sadlala naye sakwazi ukumudla noma ke sebuye ngabanye abantu nathi sesibuye ngabanye abantu ngicabanga ukuthi nathi njenge team yabafana abancane sizoba surprise.
So ni ready for ama playoffs?
Singasho ukuthi si ready ngayo yonke into kusakhona lo ma problem lapha nalapha kodwa sibhizi ukuthi siwalungise.
Okay. We spoken about the name Manchester United. Iyashawa ngale England Manchester. Nina ngapha kunihambela kahle. The process of changing the name, how do you think, how long will it take, and how important is it to you guys that you are from Imbali and the team must then reflect that through igama lakhe?
Besimise le season ngabe sibiza ngembali Stars United kwase kudelay incwadi esihambiseka SAFA UMgungundlovu. Ngicabanga ukuthi kothi maqala isizini ezayo noma thiwa khambanga kahle kuma playoffs noma khambe kahle sizozama phinde siqhube sifake incwadi ukuthi sicela ukushintsha igama ukuze kwamuleke wonke umuntu wasembali because awukwazi ukuthola isponsor uma uzoqhamuka uhlala eMbali uzibiza ngeManchester United or ufika kwabanye abantu abakhona around uMgungundlovu uzibiza ngeManchester United kodwa uba uhlala eMbali ungahlali eManchester. Ngicabanga lento yamagama nayo ibuye ibe umthelela ukuthi masiqamba ama team singabheki indawo esikuyona or indawo esiphila kuyona.
In the past, Imbali, in terms of football, there was high activity. I remember back then the schools, they would compete against each other, and there were some very, very good players from back in those days. And as someone who played back then and who's still involved now at an administrative level, what do you think of the standard of football? Has it improved or maybe khona la kushoda khona?
Kulesa sikhathi sakudala nathi sisadlala kunesikhathi samanje mangibheka selehle kakhulu izinga. Into ebangela lokho ekoleni ibhola belingasadlalwa 1 2 ama league lawa ama junior besikwazi ukuthi siqale kona sikhuphuke abengasekho ezinye zezinto ezehlise ibhola lasembali nabantu ke abalithandayo ibhola ababizwa ngezikhulu abazokwazi baranela ama team ibona sebeshoda osomabhizinisi babalekile ebholeni that's why mhlambe nobugebengu banda kangaka uma ngase bazama ukubuya abantu abawosomabhizinisi libuyisa ebekoleni mhlambe ngaba khona umehluko sibuyile kuleya ndaba yakudala ukuthi eMbali bowazi ukuthi ibhola ela khona.
I'm sure you remember that era yabo Maritzburg City no Maitipa back then ukuthi kwakugcwala kanjani eqokololo, the way that vibe, do you think with the teams that are currently active, do you think you can still be able to revive that vibe in Maritzburg?
Ngicabanga ukuthi singakubuyisa lokho yako Maritzburg City nabo Maitipa oMoja kwakumnandi kakhulu ngoba sasikwazi ukuthi sisuke eMbali siyobuka laba bantu kokubaningi bakhona endaweni ikona ukubuye kushaya ibholeni ukuthi sesingafuni ukukhulisa ibhola endaweni ufuna ukulanda umuntu wabantu ohlala kude and then umphakathi uma ufuna ukuzobuka akulula ukuthi uzobuka umuntu ongamazi kumele beze ngoba besuke bezobuka abantu ababaziyo abakhulele khona endaweni ukuze ukwazi ukuthi ube ne-support eningi.
Again, there's a certain brand of football that was played back then. We watched DU from Esobantu, the late teenage, the late Vumile Dladla Embali, Abo Skuta, that generation. They played a certain brand of football that attracted fans to the stadiums. In Manchester United, how does it play football? What is their approach to football?
In Manchester, ithimu edlala indlela eningi. Ngeke size silifanise nebhola lebedlalwa uAndilecele oXolo Esobantu ovumile Dladla. Sidlala istyle kahle kahle sike sibize ngokuthi sidlala itennis, sidlala igambling like igolf. Ukuthi madlala kumele sidlale ukuthi sidlalela amagoli, entertainment ibe kancane ngoba indlela ibhola eselikhipha ngayo imali manje likwenza ufane nokuthi uyagembula. Uma ungakwazanga ukuthola ama results shoot awenzi kahle. Ukudlala kahle kubalekile, sesigcina kulabafana abancane kwama youngsters ukuthi aka enjoy aqede, and then mayesefika lapha ku SAP azi ukuthi usezolwa usezocompete cause uma ezosuka eya kumtsepe league onke ama team adlala u direct. If udlala kwisigaba esiphansi wena uzoqala phansi uenjoy futhi ngeke ukwazi ukufinyelela la ufinyelela khona, or umdlali uzothi mayesefika professional afika ashayeke ngenxa ukuthi akakwazi ukuadapta idayila ezothuze football. Kumele akwazi ukudlala igolf, akwazi futhi ukudlala phansi.
Uyishaka mnandi manje ukhuluma ngegolf ukhuluma ngetennis awuthi kuyichaza la si understand nalabo sebedidekile. Mase ukhuluma ngegolf nisuke senenzana.
Igolf into edlalwa abantu abahlakaniphile kanye netennis. Angisho abadlali besoccer abahlakaniphanga. Uma bedlala igolf kuyenzeka babekelwe imigodi e54. Mebekelwa imigodi e54 ukalelwe leso sikhathi olezo nsuku ukuthi lemigodi kumele ascore kuyona ngesikhathi esokuthi. Nakhona kwi-football if uzodlala ama-touches amaningi half yakho uzophuza ukufika epalini, and then kwenzakalani ugcina igame mhlawumbe uyilose 1-0 or udlala i-draw and then kuthiwa udlala kahle kodwa awuzange ukwazi ukclear ama-chances amaningi. If sikhuluma ngetennis sikhuluma ukuthi iscore sakhona kube 0-6-5, 7-6. Yini ebangela lokho? Ingoba badlala udirect. Uma esekubona samandla siyaphela or esekubona ukuthi kuneside owiki kulo udlala kakhulu kulo ukuze akwazi ukuthi ashesha kupunish. That's why sibiza ngegolf i-football yamanje or i-tennis.
Ayi ngeke Shenge seni advance kakhulu. Hayi seni advance kakhulu mfethu. Shenge, thank you very much for your time Butwami. We wish you all the best in my playoffs. We hope that you represent umphakathi wasembali nje neMaritzburg yonke kuma playoffs. Nifike ke Motsepe League sinibone khona next season.
Ngiyabonga Butwami isikhathi sakho nokungipha ithuba ukuthi ngikwazi ngixhumane nawe. Ngiyathembisa ukuthi uma izinto zohamba kahle sakwazi ukuwina la eMgungundlovu. Ukuthi mawusufika kuma playoffs yonke into isuka ilula kakhulu. Siyacela umphakathi wasembali ulekelele la ungalekelela khona nesupport. Siphinde futhi nabantu baseMgungundlovu bangasondela bezobuka ama playoffs ezobehamba kahle esezingeni. I-team ewinile futhi sizoyibongela siphinde sisupport ikwazi komela uMgungundlovu.
Butwami ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Bonga mina bhuti.